God, I need to stop being so mean around her.
Hey, sweetheart. What have you been up to?
Just working on a school project with someone.
Well, be sure not to stay up too late, Lena. Good night.
That was a close one. I mean, imagine how awful it would be if she found out about me. It's not like any other mothers have to deal with a lesbian child in this town. I'll get to you soon enough, Auburn.
And you're positive we're entirely sterilized? Absolutely, sir. There's no way that we'd be able to get infected unless we ate it ourselves. And you're positive no one related to the patient will sue? She's just a worker in a small-town coffee shop. I'm sure no one will even notice her disappearance. So, like, when am I gonna get paid? Don't worry, sweetheart. Your payments will come soon enough. What did you need me to do again? We just need you to step into the sterilized zone. Alright. You mean I have to step in this goo? I mean, you have to eat the goo. Well, money's money. Ew. What's in this stuff? My head hurts. It's working, sir. Excellent. What's working? What did you do to me? It worked. Must consume flesh. Exterminate her. Understood, sir. So, Damien, how's the whole water-only thing been going for you? At this point, honestly, I might as well just quit wrestling. It's awful. Yeah, man, that must be rough. It's good that I can at least eat organic fruit, right? We all know that track is for babies anyway. How are your guys' meals? Aw man, Gecko Goodies just released a brand new sugar sweetener, and it's so much better than actual sugar. And I just got their brand new Danish, it's so good. There's something up with that company. I mean, as long as we're stuck with fruit and water, we'll be fine if any sort of apocalypse happens, right? I guess so. What do you mean all of your products are Gecko Goodies only? The school just got this sponsorship? We get all of our food for free now from them. It's a good time. Clam them supporting public education like that. I'll just skip lunch today then. Suit yourself, weirdo. Man, it's ridiculous they don't have anything for us to eat, isn't it? What do you mean? As far as I'm aware, you didn't ever have an issue with Gecko Goodies. I read a tweet or post yesterday about it being awful or something. I mean, the CEO was bullied in high school and has some sort of abuse issues with his employees. It's pretty disgusting. Don't worry, girls, I brought something for us to share. Apples. Well, anything's better than capitalism. And weirdo business practices. And anything not from my farm. You know, you two are a lot cooler than I thought. Thanks, Lena. Mighty thanks. Most people stop listening once they hear my accent. Glad I finally found someone that'll listen to my countryisms. Yeah. Hello, class. I'm Mrs. Stark, and I will be your substitute teacher today. Mr. Greenwell is at home sick, unfortunately. But Mr. Greenwell's come in sick before. That's really odd. Whatever, we're getting out of classwork. And he has scheduled a lab for you kids to take today. Mrs. Stark, I don't feel so good. Do you need to go to the nurse? No, it must have been something in that Gecko Goodies donut I had earlier today. Oh, my dog! Must consume flesh. Bridget, what are you talking about? I'm not feeling so good either. Get off me, you freaks! What? Oh. Mrs. Stark, what's going on? These kids are clearly sick. We need to get them to the nurse or something. Oh, Lord, my parents are going to sue the school if I got infected. Children, please calm down. I'm sure this can be attributed to... Oh, my dog. Let Mr. Greenwell know I'll get my work in tomorrow. We should be safe here. Nobody else has the keys. You're positive none of the other workers will be coming in? The only other person I know who took this crappy job is Penelope, and she clearly didn't show up for her shift. How many of our friends do you think have already turned like that? I wouldn't be surprised if it had anything to do with Gecko Goodies. I'm sure it's just something else. I mean, when you think about it, none of us eat their stuff, and it's pretty much the biggest thing to eat around here, right? Oh my god, did Damien just have a coherent thought? Lilac, can you not, please? We're in the middle of a candy zombie apocalypse. Candy apocalypse, my word, my term, I win. Clam it. He actually does have a point, though. All their products are very sugary, and we are the only people who have some reason not to be eating their products, right? Lena with her hate of capitalism, Damien with his wrestling water-only diet, Lilac's refusal to eat anything that didn't come from her farm. We're poor, Auburn, and Nicholas's fruit-only diet, and then my distaste for bad business practices. I think that might actually be the case. Whatever, they still sucks. What are we gonna do without anyone else? I mean, it does seem to be a pretty sticky situation. Not to mention the fact this might be happening all over the world. Speaking of which, checking the news might actually be a good idea. I think the coffee shop's Wi-Fi is down. And my data's not working. Oh boy, we're screwed, aren't we? Well, our options seem to be to find a cure, or find someone who knows how to find a cure. I'm sure that if I could get some fresh samples, I could do some chemical analyses. Mr. Greenwell's been teaching me. Ugh, teacher's pet is finally good for something. I guess so. And while you work on that, we can scout for other quote-unquote survivors. At least we got this sweet coffee shop, right? I guess this crappy job is worth something too. Well, I'll get to work and try to put together somewhere for us to sleep. Fair enough. You and Lena can stay behind at the coffee shop. I'm sure she'll be able to protect you, right, Auburn? And the other three of us can go scouting. That sounds like it'll work. I suppose so, but I want to go out tomorrow. Being stuck here with nerd number 537 over here isn't going to be the most interesting time. Lena, we might just be the last 5 teenagers in this town who are corrupted. That's true. We should probably work on getting along, huh? Damien, coherent thought number 2. Apocalypses might not be so bad after all. Aw, shut up, you guys. Be sure to keep an eye out for samples. I'll just have to see if there's anything here. I know this place like the back of my hand. There's definitely a good amount of samples to choose from. You two will be able to make it back into the school, alright? I'm sure that we can manage to get around a few cambies. Right. We're pretty much screwed, aren't we? Yeah. Do you want some coffee in the meantime? As long as it doesn't have that sweetener in it. Fair enough. You're not so bad when you're out of your element. Now let's go find some cookies or whatever. Yeah. We all know that crack is for babies anyway. Did I say crack again?